I remember you saying, I don't think we'll be here for long. And
yeah. I think the first year made a big stride. I'd probably say second and third years when things went a bit crazy.
I need to put my name down for a car park this big for our next office, Don.
The man that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and runs the hills of Macclesfield.
So, Don, how do we sell the Cheshire Dream to you when you're a young marketing graduate, maybe a couple of years working, and we've got to convince one of Manchester's hotshot young people to come and join what we knew was a great company, but that was one of the difficulties in our earlier days, maybe 9-10 years ago. We're in a little backwater of Cheshire, and we've got a graduate with high-rise buildings in Manchester who dreams of achieving great things for a company. Tell us a little bit about how we managed to convince you that we were a great company and what you maybe saw in the marketplace that we could use your skills.
Well, I had a lot of experience with agencies at the start, and I did quite enjoy that side of it. You have so many different companies you're working with. It wasn't quite one project. They went quite corporate. We're like a small fish in a big pond. So I kind of wanted a project where I could kind of lead it a little bit. And I think when I met with Mike at the time and interviewing it, it's more about the big scale project. There wasn't a marketing team. I think you were turning over £3 million for like 5 years in a row. You wanted that growth. And I think it was the vision that sold it to me a little bit. Where we can go to with the markets, the schools, the nurseries. So, that kind of sold the dream really. So that's the main thing for me.
Fast forward 10 years, we've took you out of this little building very quickly. I think
that's nice, wasn't it?
I think I remember you saying, I don't think we'll be here for long. And I think you were right. I think we were here for maybe 3 years and then moved to our new place 4 years ago, just at the start of COVID.
Just going fast today. We were going fast, weren't we? Remember, the desk space was going fast, wasn't it?
It was. But then COVID hit, and I think something we have to look back on is how we maybe handled COVID. And we had a lot of young people in the team, and it was a challenging time just for those young people with what was happening in the world. But we made the decision to keep going as a business. We were supporting the education market, who were in working every day, and we thought it was important that as we were manufacturing and in education and construction, that actually, as we were allowed to work, there was children that were still going to school every day, and we thought it was really important that they still had fantastic playgrounds to go to.
That was important too. I remember being in the car park here with all the installers were talking about what to do, because everyone was a bit worried about it at the time, but I think we made the right call to carry on and push forward the playgrounds for children.
So Don, 4 years ago we left this place.
Tiny, wasn't it? Compared to anyone, wasn't it?
We probably fit 5 of these into our new building, and I was worried that we're going to fill it and we're already running out of space.
Yeah.
So how does that, when you first started and you looked at what marketing we had, what material and where the website was and where the brand was, how did you sort of see the vision of where you could take that business that was still a really good, strong business, but knew that you could add enough to satisfy what you wanted to achieve personally and also what we wanted to achieve for the business? How did you see that developing?
It was a blank canvas pretty much. I knew we needed a little brand reshuffle, a big one. We needed a big website. There was nothing really happening in the marketing department at all. It was all from scratch really. We had no big social media following us at the time. So just really getting the brand out there properly, doing marketing the right way. I think one of the good early achievements was our work on the digital side of things and getting to the Googles and getting out there to the Google. And I think the website was a good kind of first big wow factor thing we did at Pentagon. And that helped massively. We had content, our blogging, everything we did. And also it was the idea of building a team. So at the start, it was just me at the start. I brought in Ryan, our first apprentice, 17 years old. Who's now our brand manager, who's smashing it, designing websites and brochures. So that's been a great part of it too. But the idea was, how do we get Pentagon to grow as a company to where we are now? At the time, it was £3 million. Now we're £25 million in 8 years. And the marketing has played a big part in that one. And I think the idea was to build a team, build a brand, and go from there really. But I knew at the time it would be a big, long challenge. I think the first year made a big stride. I'd probably say second and third years when things went a bit crazy. But again, it's nice to see how the team's grown. a team of 2 now, a team of 8. It's brilliant marketing now. It's good.
And the early people that come in are still with us, and that's what
Yeah.
it's important for us, isn't it? We take I think our average age is 26. Amongst nearly 200 staff at Pentagon, average age of 26, and we massively appreciate what young people can do for the business, but we've got to keep them excited. If they're not excited, they're not going to want to stay. And the fact that we're keeping 17, 18, 21-year-olds on our graduate programs and apprentice programs, and people like yourself mentoring them, you would probably have myself and Mike mentoring you in the early days, and now it's your turn, and I think that's something that you love doing, isn't it?
100%. That's my favourite. My favourite part is the young people we brought through. The apprentices now, you look at Ryan becoming a brand manager, but there's kind of stories of the whole business where Pentagon's always invested in youth and young people and apprentices. I think one of the best at it, to be fair. That's why people enjoy working here. The atmosphere, the culture we created. The marketing started off. I think there's a really big culture shift too at that time that really helps elevate the team. I think at the time we had maybe 12 people in the office here when I started. It was just 3 or 4 down south. Now you've got about 180 people across the business. And that kind of culture and growth came at the same time. It was amazing.
So we've now established ourselves clearly as the main provider in the educational market. How do you think we've managed to do that over the 10 years that you've been with us? How have we become that brand that we want schools to come to, that we're their trusted partner? We deal with a lot of multi-academy trusts where they have a lot of settings, and we need to keep developing so that they want to use a company like ours, not just for one setting, but for more than one setting. It's not just about the install, it's the aftercare, how you look after the customer, how we ensure that all of the children have a fantastic education with what we provide. How do you think marketing backs that up?
I'm never good at reflecting personally, but I'm doing a bit more recently. People say, why you look back at what you've done? I think the key was to be forward thinking all the time. You used to call me pushy, when I was going through, I was always pushing for more. I think that helped because you look for the future. You have a vision that you need to work towards. We had quite a few. We had that one we thought, that's going to be possible, that one. And we hit it fast. Next one, hit it fast. Always working towards them goals. I think when I joined, I remember marketing is about growth and inquiries to come in from schools and nurseries and across the country. I think we had about, in the first year I was here, about 800 inquiries maybe. Fast forward to now, it's about 5,500, 6,000 inquiries. Website visits back then were about 1,000 a month. Now it's 30,000 a month in a good month. So that's kind of shown that brand progression, and that's down to forward thinking, having a good team around you. And also, I think, like you guys, we always look ahead to the future. We're not afraid to try risks. That's the good thing about this company, I think. You're given the freedom to express yourself, now given that freedom, and everyone else comes to know, that full freedom to do. Go out there, make mistakes, learn from it, push forward. That's the kind of culture we have here. That's why it's full of young people who just have all these amazing ideas.
They don't want to be told what to do they? They want to be given the chance to express what they do and try, and if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. But if we're not if we're not trying different things, we're not going to find what's next.
That's the key now. The team now is huge. Like web developers I worked before, it's dedicated. It's mine. The dev team, the marketing team working together, the products team now. I'm like, yes, I don't really no ideas for me anymore. You guys come with the ideas now. We build this foundation, but
you're not just looking after the marketing now. You're looking after a team of people. Can you tell us a little bit more about the development team and how everything that sort of backs up our systems of the company? Because we are a designer, a manufacturer, a specifier, a builder, an installer, aftercare, how we help schools even with their own marketing.
It's crazy, yeah. I mean, we've got the marketing team, the products team, we've got the dev team, we've got projects, we've got now digital sales, the web shop. It's an amazing team, it's just full of innovation. And having that, your own kind of bespoke system online is massive for productivity. What we've made there is absolutely phenomenal. What the guys have done for that Kevin system is called, incredible. But the team I look after now is more about, we are the kind of the growth hub, I say. We're there for we're all Pentagon, I guess, to service that company with inquiries, new developments, new products. Exciting team.
Do I need to put my name down for a car park this big for our next office, Dom?
Yeah, give us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Dom, Phase 2 growth plan.
Phase 2.
Have you got the energy for
Phase
it?
3, isn't it?
The man that gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and runs the hills of Macclesfield like an absolute maniac.
That's where
Yeah, no,
that's
you're
where
10 years
you
in,
go,
but
isn't it?
it's the next phase for you now. We've
Yeah.
we've hit some targets. We've written some lines in the sand of where we want to get to again. We've got a bigger team of people to inspire now.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think going back 2 years after the COVID and the bounce back, it was like, what are we doing next? I think the web shop excited me. It's something new. New things excite me, I guess. And
So what is it about the web shop and online? Now, we're aware a lot of our market will still buy traditionally. They'll buy from magazines.
Yeah,
They'll buy from a publication. And there's still a place for that. You know, we still have a printed brochure because we know that's what our market wants to see. But over the next 10 years, the market's evolving, but we're not waiting for it. We're in there and we're ready, and we're selling direct to schools. We've got the launch of our Essentials range, which is our lower priced equipment, so that all schools can access equipment. You know, even the ones with lower budgets, and nurseries, a market that we do well, but we know there's a huge area of growth in that market that we haven't got the range because some of those have much lower budgets and smaller establishments.
I think, the key thing is, obviously, we'll be the biggest industry for school playground equipment, for installations. That's the key thing. And it's like, well, we haven't even touched the surface yet, I don't think, in regards to potential. Then the web shop opens up that to so many more avenues, because obviously installations cost a lot of money. They're not like cheap, are they? To develop a playground, surfacing, that, it's a lot of money for schools.
The planning, the development, the design, which is something that we're brilliant at, and we're going to continue to grow that.
I think the key is, we have our own products team who are incredible. I think they're now the key because they can now design products that can suit other markets. So with the web shop, it's like the products team will design the incredible products. You can buy it online now in the web shop. You know, no order value, minimum order value at all. Buy online, deliver straight to your door. It's a massive market. Like, there's big potential.
So we've got our plan set in stone for the next 5 years for our core market. We've got the web shop that's launched and growing. We're now starting to cast our eyes, what should we have done for the last couple of years from a product development point of view, to the non-educational market. Do you think we can do the same in those markets? We're talking holiday parks, we're talking indoor in schools.
There's potential there. We know what we're doing, and I think we go to the markets, similar-ish models, I guess, to break into them. I think you see from other companies that, you know, do schools and holiday parks too. I think it's exciting that we touch that market. Yeah, I think holiday parks, you know, more parks, councils, loads of opportunities to go into new markets. It's quite exciting, I guess.
We just have to ensure we don't take our eyes off the ball. You know, our core market is what Pentagon has been built on.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we continue to be that #1 provider, and which is why we're investing more and more in manufacturing, in our products team, and in the marketing.
I enjoyed what I was doing. I was very good at what I did. If we design everything, we manufacture everything, we don't want to let customers down, because ultimately the customers are our future, they're our next generation.